Hey guys. All right. Today is September 18th, a day that will live in infamy. Probably the worst day I've had this year, maybe the last 2 years. So if you know my channel, if you go back to my first channel, it was in February. And right around that time, I got diagnosed with a frozen shoulder. And I went to get a cortisone shot, been in months of PT. The diagnosis is adhesive capsulitis. So basically there's a bag around your shoulder, a capsule. And when there's inflammation, sometimes the capsule shrinks like saran wrap. That's the adhesive capsulitis. So PT was not working. You know, God love my physical therapist. It just wasn't happening. So I'd really been looking forward to this procedure that I got today. The remedy is for the doctor to shoot your shoulder with lidocaine and then push saline into the sac, opening it up, freeing it up so it can be manipulated afterwards. So incredible pain. I could have used a bite. What do you call those? Bite sticks. These are my notes to make sure I stay on task. And midway through injecting the saline, he's like, oh, we're done. I'm like, what? It's like, normally I push 65 cc's of saline into your sac and then into your capsule. And then we start the manipulation. I got 10 cc's in and it sprung a leak. So we're done. And I was just so disappointed. And I'm like, no harm, no foul, doc. I know you tried. Wasn't blaming him. Kind of mad at my body though, not gonna lie. And he's already setting me up for surgery, which will be 2 months out. So 2 months I have to live with this pain. And this pain it's excruciating. It's very debilitating, very demoralizing, demeaning, all the D's. So I'm like, all right, I better go to the bathroom before I get back on the road. And I go to reach for the handle for the bathroom and I'm grasping at air because my hand is like 5 inches below the handle. And I'm like, oh my God. And I know intellectually it had to do with all that lidocaine they put in my shoulder. So I finally get in and go to the bathroom. And I get in my car, I'm like, I'm a left-handed driver. I'm like, oh my God, this is dangerous. So I had to drive with my right hand, which, you know, isn't a bad thing, but it was annoying. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make something out of today. I'm gonna go to IKEA, which is rare that I go there, but it happened to be on the way back too. I go there and all I want is frozen meatballs and ground coffee. The two things I love. And of course, they're out. It's like, oh, but the truck's coming. It'll be here in an hour. I'm like, okay, fine. So I shop. I actually eat lunch. I come back. Nope, it's not there. It's like, fine. So I drive home and it's still scary. My left hand is still impaired. So I'm driving with my right hand. I get home. I'm still just fuming. And you know, I could tell I'm getting myself worked up. And part of me wants to yell or throw things, and I just can't get myself to do it. Finally, a voice in my head said, Paul, you paid for lunch. You didn't even know how much it was. You didn't care. You drove home in a car that you own to a house that you own. You have an amazing wife and kid, 3 dogs, 1 cat, fish. What are you, Paul? It's like the voice is challenging me. Ah, I'm blessed. And if you're not religious, you can insert lucky or fortunate. You see, I was doing something my clients were doing. It's a 3-fer. Negative self-talk, rumination, catastrophizing. So let's go over it. Negative self-talk, well, it's gonna be the big buildup I had at the doctor's I was really hoping for a positive outcome, followed by the huge letdown, the disappointment, the crushing disappointment, you know, and just thinking about, man, I was so looking forward to some relief. That's the negative talk, self-talk. Then there's the rumination, where you sit there and go, man, I'm so disappointed. I can't believe this is happening. You know, this is the worst thing ever, you know, and then listing all the things that went wrong. You know, at the procedure itself, that weird thing in the bathroom, you know, trying to drive, the disappointment at IKEA, you know, all the things. That's rumination. And then comes catastrophizing. That's when you take all those negative thoughts and you start to draw conclusions like, well, maybe this is the way it's gonna be. Maybe this is the new normal. Maybe I'm never gonna get better. Maybe I'm gonna have this bunk wing the rest of my life. Can you see how that just makes things worse and worse and worse? So negative self-talk, rumination, catastrophizing. I'm sharing this with you because that pattern can happen to the best of us, like it did to me today. So if you ever look at therapists in general, or your therapist, and you say something like, oh, they probably lead pristine lives, they do everything perfectly, they never have any issues, never any problems. It's like, this therapist had a big time problem. It was only after recognizing my catastrophizing did I calm down. And I did tell myself, dude, you're blessed. You see, we're human too, and we go through our own issues. Don't think we don't. I said this in session one time. If you've lived a perfect childhood, you'd never want to be a therapist. You wouldn't know why people need therapists in the first place. But the thing is, therapists, they have gone through some stuff. I want you to consider this. Maybe your therapist gets you. I mean, really gets you. Not because he or she's diagnosed you out of something from a book. But maybe they get you because deep down, they know what you've gone through. They can relate. Maybe they haven't had the level of abuse or trauma that you've had, but they might have lived a life of trauma, fear, a feeling of unsafety. So if you ever think to yourself or say out loud, hey, my therapist gets me, you know what? That's Christmas. Not only for you, but for them. So I'm walking around my neighborhood because I was trying to edit and I couldn't do it. But I thought this would be a great video for all of you. Sorry for the background noise, sorry for the weird lighting. So anyway, this channel is about sharing quips, stories, lessons learned in therapy sessions. There was no therapy session today, except for me being my own therapist. So I thought I'd share this experience, and that's the goal of this channel, Paul's Simple Psych, where we take quips, stories, lessons learned, we share them with you with the hopes that it helps you in your journey moving forward. So if you like this channel, you like this content, please give the channel some love. That's code for like, subscribe, and comment. All right, I'm losing light, so thanks for watching to the end. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.